How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all good. In this video, we're taking a look at the Emerald Guitars Virtuo. I met the Emerald guys back at a guitar show in the UK, maybe 1 or 2 years ago now. I was put onto them by a friend who was like, go and check these guys out. They really are unique guitars. I know loads of brands say that nowadays, but I really like what these guys are doing. And when they offered to send one out, I was like, 100%, let's do it. So thank you Emerald Guitars for sponsoring this video. And this is the Virtuo. This is their kind of hybrid between an acoustic and electric. Quite a lot of their more acoustic guitars have electric features, but this really straddles the two in the middle. And you could see it as a very modern, futuristic, slim-bodied acoustic for an electric player. And as someone who straddles the worlds of acoustic and electric guitar playing quite a lot, I really enjoy what this thing can do. It's worth noting that this particular guitar is just one of an almost endless combination of specs and finishes that you can have on all of their models. If you go on their website, there's this amazing custom builder that you can use to design your own Emerald guitar, and it's very easy to lose many hours to that, but it is great fun, so check it out. So let's have a look at some specs. We've got this really cool headstock with the Emerald Guitars logo, and around the back, we've got some Goto 510 tuners. Moving on to the neck, we've got a Graphtec nut, and then 22 medium stainless steel frets. So, you know, very electric guitar territory so far. And the fretboard on this guitar is made out of carbon fiber. As you can probably visually see, these guitars are predominantly made out of carbon fiber. It's one of their USPs. I really like that. I believe it's come from their roots in speedboat racing. And as someone who's quite into cars, I really enjoy when companies are making the most of carbon fiber. I think it's a great material to utilize. And under the fingers, it feels great. It doesn't feel like anything strange or foreign to, you know, a guitar player. And it also looks really cool. It has a nice kind of sheen to it under the light. And around the back of the neck, you'll also see this carbon fiber as well as on the back of the headstock too. And another property of carbon fiber is that it's really strong, durable. So if you fly around on gigs and stuff like that, you can trust that this will be incredibly reliable and durable, but also really light, because carbon fiber is an incredibly light material. Moving on to the body, obviously a very unique part of this guitar is the offset sound hole. And when you play the guitar, it makes perfect sense to have this here because it shoots it right up into your face. Not in a loud way, just, you know, you get the best picture of the guitar sound. And I've always thought that when you mic up a regular acoustic, it's kind of difficult to perceive how the mic will hear it because the sound hole faces away from you. But with these, you can hear it shooting right up at you, which is kind of nifty. We've got a pair of Fishman Fluence humbuckers on this guitar, which are incredibly versatile pickups. Again, very modern sounding, but that's just the aesthetic of this instrument. And crucially, there's also another pickup in the bridge, which is a Graphtec Ghost Piezo pickup. And this picks up that organic, stringy detail of the guitar in a really interesting way. And you can blend this with the Fishmans to get combinations of that acoustic stringy, but also pick up electric sound. And on top of that, there's also a 13-pin MIDI Hexpander output. So if you have a MIDI compatible unit, of which there are a couple nowadays. I don't have one with me for this video, unfortunately, but down the line, I'd like to look into that. And then you just simply plug it in there, nice and simple, and you've got all of that MIDI palette of sounds as well. Another cool feature is that if you have a TRS cable, you can use that in the same output jack and split the piezo and the Fishman humbuckers. And that means you can separate them and process them differently as well. So they really have thought of everything. It's really cool. And alongside that piezo, you've also got a carbon fiber bridge, which again is just going to be durable as anything. And there are a couple of dials and switches on this guitar, so let's go over those now. This first one is the volume control for the piezo pickup. The one next to it, the second one, is the volume control for the Fishmans, and this is a push-pull. And that'll switch between a vintage or modern sound for those humbuckers. This one at the bottom is a volume control for the MIDI output. The fourth dial is the tone control. So this is for the Fishman humbuckers, and this also push-pulls, so you can coil split those as well. The little switch at the back, this three-way, goes between various combinations of the pickups. So furthest away or to the right, as you see it, is just the piezo. Middle is the piezo and the humbuckers, and then all the way to the left is just the humbuckers. The larger of the three-way switches is just a standard three-way between your humbuckers. So you've got the bridge, middle, which is both, and then the neck. And the body shape generally is just incredibly ergonomic. You've got bevels like round the top at the forearm, round the back. You've got huge amounts of neck access, which wouldn't usually be stable, I'm sure, if you made it out of wood. But this is carbon fiber, so that's a flyover look at all the specs of this guitar. Again, you can customize them on their website, so definitely do that. But this is the one I've got right now, so let's hear some sounds. Okay, so right now I've got a very simple sound going on, kind of like, you know, clean breakup-ish amp into a bit of reverb and delay. And that was everything. So that was the piezo pickup, both humbuckers in the middle, and a blend of everything together. And I've also got a mic in front of me right now, so here's how just the guitar sounds with no other effects, for context. And you get that organic sound as you play through it, you know, even when plugged in to electric stuff, which is pretty cool. So as this is a fully functioning electric guitar, I thought we could start with just some, you know, standard electric guitar sounds, just so you can hear that for context. So. So it reacts like a normal electric guitar. Let's now split them. Here is just the piezo. So what I've done, I've got one of my acoustic presets up that I'd usually put an acoustic through, and hear how this sounds. So. I love a piezo. It's a very crystalline type sound. It's not quite an acoustic, not quite an electric. It's somewhere in the middle, but it's really cool. I'm a big fan of it. And on that same sound, I could then bring in the humbuckers just for a bit of warmth and body that they naturally bring. Now I'm going to go through a load of tones just so you can hear the variety that this guitar can bring. So that pretty much covers it for this video of the Emerald Guitars Virtuo. Once again, thank you to Emerald Guitars. I really appreciate you guys sending this out. I've had a great time with it, and I'm going to spend more time on the custom builder probably right after this video. Go and check out Emerald Guitars over on their website. I'll put a link in the description so you can go and check out the builder for yourself, as well as all of the other models that they have available. All that's left to say is thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.